Hello people, I am Sky Demolisher and welcome back for another From the Collection Fridays, a series where I take things from my collection and show it to you, my viewers. And this week is the last week, the very fifth week, of the Child's Play Gachapon figures. Now, this, with the four previous week's ones, create the entire set of, I believe it's Collection 2. I don't know if Mighty Ape still has them in stock, and I don't know if they're going to get any more, but I really hope that they do. And if they have other lines that are similar, I really hope that they pick those up as well, because I've been quietly chuffed with all these figures. You can probably tell over the past couple of weeks, and the fact that I've done an entire series just on these. Now, this was actually the very first one I got. I bought them in sets of like twos. So the first one that I got was a double up of this exact figure. And he comes with his shovel and the amulet, which I think is, and forgive my pronunciation, I believe is called the Heart of Damballa. And on the back of that, it does have scribbles, but not clear writing, which I do believe is on the back of it. I think it says Heart of Damballa I. Obviously much too small for it to actually fully be put on to something this size, because I mean, you know, you put my finger in the shot there and that's smaller than my index finger. So these guys are only like maybe an inch and a half, which is perfect size when you're looking at them compared to sort of 6-inch figures and that sort of stuff, which is why I said they'd probably fit in quite well with the Toony Terrors. Obviously I don't have any of the Toony Terrors in any of these videos, and the reason for that is because I changed the shelving a couple weeks ago. So all of my Toony Terrors are now off the shelf, and I can't remember what box I put them in, and I can't be bothered going through my boxes to find which one I put them in. So that is why you've got them like this. Now this figure can actually hold the amulet in the other hand if you really want him to, but on both of the ones that I have, it's around his neck, and that's because I didn't want it to get lost. It's one solid piece, so it doesn't have clasps or anything. And the shovel came in two parts, just like all the other shovels. But this one obviously has the plastic handle on the other end, and that all different size. And this is definitely the most psychotic looking of the Chucky figures. So you can see that there's like sort of more weathering that shows it a bit sort of battle damaged and worn, that sort of thing. But exactly like the others, same articulation. Zoom back in. Got for the wrists, the shoulders. You can, I think when I've got it up close like this, you'll see that it has like that, I guess it's like a lightning burn. It's been a long time since I saw the films, you know, like Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky and all of that. And even though I've kept an eye out for them, it seems like they've been really hard to find digital copies for. And I don't entirely know why that is, but I have a vague recollection that the films might have been distributed by Miramax. And if that's the case, then we know who ran Miramax, and that's probably why it's very hard to get those kind of films. So same articulation in the legs, shoulders. I showed you the wrists and the head. For this one, I'll yank it off, so you can actually see it's a ball joint, and the little. See the. I'm pretty sure it is scribbles, although in saying that, it does kind of look like the word Damballa is in there. So, you know, all of that. So this one has the staples along the side of the face, the blackened eye and the cuts and everything that we came to know in the later series of Child's Play. Again, the shovel has the split, so 2 parts thing, and there's scarring on the back of this hand, which I don't think was on any of the others. So this is the one that really looks the most psychotic of all of them. Also, I would say that these ones have been the hardest of them to sort of pose and get to stand, but once you get them in that flat foot stance sort of thing, they're okay. And it's at this point that I kind of think I may have missed something from the other Chucky videos, and that is that when you bring them up to the bottom, he actually has the Good Guys shoes, like the exact same kind of moulding that you saw in the original Child's Play, in the flower left on the bench, and all of the Chuckies have the exact same shoes. So I would say that the legs on them are all the same, and then the bodies are the same on the other 2 that have the clean lines, whereas this one has the battle damage and all of that. Of all of them, this is probably my favourite of the Chuckies, and then my next favourite would be the Tiffany, because, you know, they're such an iconic couple, and I've really enjoyed having them. Now, they didn't cost a lot at, you know, $9, so to have the entire set, I felt quite lucky to get, because you might remember a couple, I would say weeks, but I actually think it's a couple months ago now, the Nightmare Before Christmas little domies ones. I don't have the entire set. I am missing one. I need the Sally. But the warehouse stopped selling them, or at least stopped selling them online, and because they're no longer sold online, I no longer know if any of the stores actually have them. So if anyone actually sees the Sally from that set, which I think it was Series 3. If you see it on Trade Me or whatever, let me know, because I need that to complete a set. Anyway, not enough rambling from me. I hope you've enjoyed the past couple of weeks of showing off these particular figures. Like I said, I'm actually quite chuffed to have them, because they are so much cooler than what I was expecting. And you know, like, when you're paying sort of $20 to $30 for Hasbro figures that have the same articulation that these guys do, you really have to query why it is that the Western-based toy companies are sort of, you know, ripping us off. Because if Japan can produce this sort of stuff with this kind of articulation and this kind of detail, why is it that we're getting substandard stuff from the other guys like Mattel and Hasbro? It just seems wrong to me. Not to mention Nika and the others. Honestly, if Japan can put this stuff up, and you even look at Japan for like Bandai with the Gundam, far better articulation than many other things. Why is it the Westerners are lacking behind with this sort of stuff? And why can Japan create it so much better? Why are we not learning from that? Because, you know, we should be. So, enough of my ranting and raving and complaining. I hope you've enjoyed this, and until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.